I'm Justine Brown here with defensive end Kevin Greene. Kevin, first practice back from spring break. Did you feel like everybody was on the same page and moving along, or do you feel like anybody was dragging at all?
I feel like we were pretty much just all on the same page. A lot of guys, we had a week off. Guys didn't get too crazy. I think that we all knew what we had to come back to. This was the first time that we had practice and then a week off and then coming back to spring ball. I feel like guys took care of their bodies and nobody came in out of shape or anything.
Did anybody stay here and just play football at all, or was everybody off and about?
We all kind of went out and about. Some guys went home, some guys went on vacation. I came home from vacation early, worked out a little bit, just kind of relaxed, got back into the mental frame of football.
This is going to be a big season for you, junior year. How do you feel you're really going to be suited to break into the rotation this year?
I think that it all comes down to just how I prepare myself just on and off the field. A big struggle that I've been having is just mentally telling myself that I can compete with these guys. Myself catching on with football so late, it's been a struggle, but I'm tired of using that just as an excuse. I think it's really time for me to break out and improve to myself, not anybody else, that I can compete out here.
You mentioned getting into it so late. You did start football only as a junior, right?
Yes.
So you're 4 years into your career as a football player, period. Have you always played defensive end?
I've always played defensive end, always. When I first came out my junior year, they kind of tried me out at a receiver, but my high school coach thought that really wasn't my strong suit. So putting my hand in the dirt and playing defensive end is where I feel comfortable.
All of you guys on the USC team at defensive end are kind of a smaller defensive end. Is that the style the coaches like?
The biggest thing about us is that we're all extremely fast. You see guys in the NFL, defensive ends are, 300 pounds, 290. A lot of us, actually all of us, are around 260 pounds, but we're extremely quick off the ball. So that's the biggest thing about us. Being 260 is just our speed, really.
Now, you did have a good off-season because you won the weightlifting competition for the clean. Is that a testimony to how hard you worked?
Oh yeah. I mean, everything that we do in the weight room is a testimony to how hard we work. I just felt like I felt like that day that I was the strongest guy out there, and myself and Devon Kennard and Randall Telfer, we really opened up our own eyes, and we proved to ourselves just how strong we were that day.
The competition you guys do, or I guess I should say the conditioning you do at the end of practice, is called the Trojan run. It's a whole lot of running. Can you explain that to everybody a little bit?
The Trojan run is basically just a time for us just to compete once again and get that extra conditioning in. I mean, throughout practice we're conditioning nonstop, but the Trojan run is just a fourth quarter, really. The way that we understand and the way the coaches have taught us is that we have to be ready for the fourth quarter. We want to play our fourth quarter just like it's the opening, just like it's the first quarter. We don't want to have any change in how tired we are, and we just want to make sure that we're well conditioned. So that's what basically it is.
Okay, and then lastly, you said your biggest hump is getting over the mental part that you can play with these guys. What do you think you do bring that the other guys don't bring?
I think the biggest thing that I bring that the other guys don't is that I'm just so young at the sport, and there's always room for improvement. I mean, there's always room for improvement with any player out here, but the biggest thing about myself is I started playing so late, and so I feel like the sky isn't the limit, it's just the view. And I feel that besides my immature experience and just my athleticism, my speed is the biggest thing that I rely on every day, and so I try to bring that to the table.
I'm Justine Brown, signing off from the first official USC football practice off of spring break, and the guys look pretty good today. Sign on to USCfootball.com for more information.